Mono fossil team. So let's get right into this battle from Rachel. We also have 2 submissions, so let's see how this plays out. Triple battles are fun. Mono triples is like the ultimate theme of triples because it's a lot of fun stuff, especially when there's so many opportunities, like 6 generations, so you can take generational stuff. There's a lot of Pokemon with similarities that you can pick and choose from. So right here we have all of these fossil Pokemon that are dinosaurs and doing cool stuff. So I'm excited, except I'm not as excited to see the Intimidate. At least Mold Breaker helps a little with that. But we're going to lose some power out of this Aerodactyl, and I am always excited to see a Mega Aerodactyl. This Pokemon has so much power, and I feel it's really an untapped Pokemon when it comes to shenanigans. Tyrantrum's going to protect. Going to play it safe with the... Oh, and Rampardos is going to protect. Going big right here on the predictions. Aerodactyl's going to set up the Tailwind. So, Tailwind for everyone. Attack is going to be down from that Intimidate. Gyarados Aqua-tailed. There we go. Landorus is Earthquaking. There we go. And is there a Gyro Ball from the Ferrothorn? Or Power Whip. Yeah, that one. Rampardos. So, the predictions came through. And it was actually kind of obvious. I want to replay that turn. Just kind of talk about where the focus was. Like, that's how I saw it. I'm like, wait a second. Ferrothorn is going to try to hit the Rampardos. I mean, that's a super effective Power Whip right there. Easy Grass type move. And that's the thing about fossil Pokemon. They got that rockness to them, so you're not going to get a lot out of it. I think the only wild card would have been the Gyarados trying to hit like an Aqua Tail on something. Because like Tyrantrum, you can either hit it with an Ice Fang or an Aqua Tail. Maybe Aqua Tail the Aerodactyl. But then Landorus, yeah, Landorus wants to use that Earthquake, and because Rock Slide isn't going to do anything. Rock Slide isn't going to be massive against this team as much as an Earthquake will, because Earthquake's going to just shatter that Tyrantrum, and that's going to work out pretty well. So Aerodactyl has the Fire Fang, and Fire Fang is going to hit onto Ferrothorn 4 times super damage. Not enough to KO. Iron Barb is going to come through, and now we get to wait for more. So Rocky Helmet, Iron Barb, okay. Pure defensive almost, and the Ice Fang coming, ooh! Even after the Intimidate, oh, never mind. Landorus is going to survive. That Intimidate, putting in the work right there. Way too much drop, and Gyarados is going to get dropped. Wow, okay, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. We just saw all the Elemental Fangs used in one turn. Is that even a thing? That's crazy. So, Ferrothorn's got the Power Whip. Power Whip is going to land onto the Rampardos. Rampardos gets one shot straight up like that. And Aurora's is going to be in as a response. So 1 Pokemon trade on each side. Landorus is not looking healthy at all. Opponent has a Machamp. That could go really in any direction. So Machamp has the Bullet Punch. Bullet Punch going to try to knock out the Aerodactyl, and it will. It's going to get that super effective hit. Actually, Bullet Punching the Auroras would have been interesting to see as well. That's a lot of damage. Tyrantrum, though, has the Rock Slide. Is working with that Tailwind behind its back. So Landorus is going to go down. Machamp takes a little bit of damage. Isn't going to flinch because it's already hit. So now it's up to the Auroras. Hyper Voice, I mean, it's going to get that Refrigerate. Not enough to take out the Ferrothorn, though. And the Gyro Ball. Oh, that's murder. Focus Sash will keep it alive. Alright, we got a real game, boys. So much trading is going down right now. Archeops. It can hit like a monster, but it doesn't have to worry about the Defeatist, and there is a Talonflame as well. So Archeops with that Quick Guard. Going to make sure that Bullet Punch doesn't finish off the Aurora, so that could come up big. Also, Talonflame. Thinking if Talonflame goes for the Brave Bird... No, it doesn't. Alright, that's fair, because you're considering what the Talonflame is stacked up against. But the Rock Slide, going to knock out the Talonflame. A little bit of damage on the Machamp. But we already know where the Hyper Voice stands. That's going to be able to finish off the Ferrothorn before anything bad happens. This Tailwind is one of the biggest factors right now. And down goes Ferrothorn. Machamp going to hang in there. Critical. Wow, the double crit. Oh my goodness. The odds of that are absolutely nuts. I was thinking Machamp took too much damage. I saw the crit on the Ferrothorn. Crit didn't matter there. Machamp taking some damage. Tyrantrum's going to switch out. And fun stuff. That's really all I've got to say in this situation. Bastiodon is going to do its thing. Auroras going to protect. I mean, again, you just don't want that Bullet Punch. Protected, outplayed, get wrecked. Archeops Rock Slide. That's going to be good damage on Machamp. No, actually, it is enough to finish off. And Dragonite's Multiscale is broken. So, pretty much game should be over at this point. That's free. That's done. There's a Dragon Claw. Not a lot. Not very effective. Dragonite with the extreme speed. Extreme speed is going to do stuff. Not very effective. And Aerial Ace from the Archeops is going to be mad damage. Is it mad enough? No, it's not. Oroshi's Growl. Oh, I like the Growl. That, like, drops attack, right? And it hits multiple Pokemon. So that could do a thing. And rarely do you see a Pokemon just straight up use Sandstorm. So, interesting turn. Not really much getting done, but the Dragonite is as good as gone when it comes to the acrobatics. Tyrantrum is in just because. And Archeops has Quick Guard. So Quick Guard, just to block out that extreme speed, and then Bastiodon with the Wide Guard, because you never know. And Dragonite has Dragon Claw. And Dragon Claw is going to hit Bastiodon, not get much done. Not very effective. Dragonite gets buffeted by Sandstorm. Is it really just stalling out and then having the opponent go down to the Sandstorm? Nope, there's the Rock Tomb. That finishes off Dragonite. And we are good to go into the next battle. And let's just get right into it. I feel like that Sableye could pose some problems. And the Salamence, can this team just never escape the Intimidate? But we do know there's Fangs. We do know there is some Fang shenanigans coming out. Same lead. And the fun is about to begin. So Sableye in center gets to pretty much pick apart whoever he wants. Salamence is Intimidate, hits Aerodactyl, hits Tyrantrum. The shenanigans are real. Rampardos has the Mold Breaker, so it will be okay. And Salamence knows. Salamence is like, that's a strong draw Pokemon. And Aerodactyl likes to use an Ice Fang. Oh, wait, never mind. I don't know why you switch a 4 times weak Ice Pokemon into a 4 times weak Ice Pokemon. So things are about to get pretty fancy right here. Tyrantrum's going to protect. So is it going to be the same thing? Just double protect into the Tailwind, just make sure everything goes right? Okay. It kind of works. Because I feel like people don't respect... Oh, never mind. I was about to say, I feel like people don't respect the Aerodactyl enough. Because if that Sableye was trying to burn anything else, then it would have worked out perfectly. But no, Aerodactyl is going to be burned. Still has a lot of good damage options right here. And I guess Tyrantrum wants that Earthquake or something. Like, we just get to watch what happens. So Toxic Orb on the Gliscor. Sableye has the Will-O-Wisp. Will-O-Wisp hitting Tyrantrum. Or not Tyrantrum. Rampardos. There's a lot of ramp in here. Ooh, Lumberry Rampardos. I am all for that. So there we go. Aerodactyl, it wants to hit the Rock Slide. I guess he's going for a little bit of flinch at this point. Toxicroak resists it super hard. And Tyrantrum has the Ice Fang. So Gliscor doesn't even matter. Wow. Okay. So not taking super amount of damage. There's another Rock Slide. So stacking these Rock Slides on Toxicroak and the Sableye. Things are about to get pretty fancy as Toxicroak goes for the Drain Punch. Massive amount of damage. As you're watching the health tick away, it's like, is there enough there? And yes, there is. Tyrantrum, or not, Rampardos going down. I really like Tyrantrum, guys. I think it's a cool Pokemon and that it's very powerful, so I like saying Tyrantrum. Either way, Sableye has that leftover, so no Mega Sableye. And it's weird right now. So Tyrantrum's poisoned, which means he's not going to be able to get burned. Aerodactyl's doing less damage than it should. Gliscor might have that protect, so the Ice Fang is less effective. And Archeops has to worry about getting burned. So withdraw on the Gliscor right here. And going into Flygon. Also, yeah, that's right, the Intimidate from earlier. Still going to be something to consider. Probably the reason why Gliscor didn't get one shot. When you break it down, the burn. Way too much status is on this team right now. Flygon's going to avoid the Rock Slide. So little damage right there. And Toxicroak, so if it doesn't flinch again, we're going to see some shenanigans. Unless the Aerial Ace from the Archeops is enough, but it's not. And there's an Ice Fang. So Flygon, we know it's not as tanky as a Gliscor. Flygon will go down to the... Wow, the opponent's team is so weak to ice. It's ridiculous. So yeah, Tyrantrum's putting in work. Drain Punch, that's big on the Archeops. Does Archeops have the Citrus Berry? Yes. Oh, the legendary Archeops with Citrus Berry. The idea is, since Defeatus activates when you're below half, and Citrus Berry does the same, hopefully you take that butter zone of damage to where you pop over, and then now Acrobatics is going to be doing twice as much damage, but the burn is still really bad. So we just have to see where this goes. Tyrantrum, though, still hanging in there. And Aerodactyl, he's doing his best. That's really all I can say. So Dragonite comes out. Oh my goodness, really? 4 Pokemon that are weak to ice 4 times? Is that even possible? Sableye gets to recover. Tyrantrum, I guess, is just going to keep going for it. Actually, ooh. This works out really well, because Aerodactyl being so fast with that Rock Slide, breaking Focus Sashes, or in this case, Multiscale, Dragonite is open right now. There's the weakness policy, pretty obvious. Dragonite's looking strong, but is it strong enough? There's the Aerial Ace. Archeops with not enough power. Tyrantrum with the Ice Fang, and Dragonite is going to go down. So again, must be like a full defensive Glasgow to be able to survive that. Even after the Intimidate shenanigans, once that Multiscale is done, it's over. Toxicroak looking for the free health to just kind of keep hanging in there. And he's making it work. Toxicroak is doing just fine. Sableye also doing pretty good. Ooh, Salamence is going to come in and Intimidate. So that's going to drop some power. The opponent's team has so much hate against physical Pokemon. That's amazing that it's working out so well right now. Aerodactyl, Archeops taking burn. Archeops, oh no, the Defeatus doing a quarter of its own damage. Tailwind peters out. And stuff. That's all I've got to say. That's a Sableye withdrawal. Glasgore's in. Salamence is in. Oof. Fancy. I guess you just make Glasgow the obvious target and you try to preserve your Salamence as much as possible. Oh my goodness, his Archeops is doing like 3 damage. He needs a crit to take out the Toxicroak, or it's just not going to happen. This battle is weird because the opponent isn't getting much damage across, mostly just from getting blown up by those Ice Fangs. But now it's really starting to add up. The Aerial Ace, oh, it's super effective. Stab, Aerial Ace, getting boosted from the item consumption, and it's like, it's still not enough, and Toxicroak is going to bounce to a fairly respectable level, especially because Aerodactyl isn't doing anything with that burn on it as well. Glasgow has Roost, and it's not looking fantastic. Aerodactyl needs to get a Tailwind. Like, that's priority number 1. Get Tailwind back. Wow, and then I just realized you have Aurorus on your team. Aurorus has the Refrigerate. So yeah. Stuff, and Aerodactyl goes down to burn. Okay, pretty much you have to choose your Pokemon placement wisely. That you get Aurorus in the center, and then you one-shot everything else. And there it is. Aurorus does have the Focus Sash, so depending on where the focus goes and how Tyrantrum deals, Bastiodon's... Ooh. Bastiodon has Wide Guard. I don't think it's going to apply to any of these Pokemon. Switching out the Salamence is a death sentence, in a way, because he's going to stay alive longer. Bastiodon has the Wide Guard just in case. Sableye doesn't really threaten the Aurorus too much. Tyrantrum has Rock Slide, so chipping away a little bit of damage on the Glasgow. Almost nothing. And there's the Hyper Voice. So how much will Aurorus take out? Almost all 3. Toxicroak goes down. Glasgow gets the pretty much one shot. And Sableye drops pretty hard. Like, that's the power of Refrigerate. Hyper Voice, super amounts of damage. And then Stab, and then Refrigerate boosted. And it works out really well. So now it's just the Salamence. Salamence going, like, at least there's the special attacker to save the day. But the opponent's team just way too weak against Ice. Intimidate. Intimidate. There we go. Salamence. Mega Evolve. So finally throws out the Mega. Wow, he held on to that Mega for a while. And it came big. But there's the Magikarp Bastiodon. I feel like I've seen this before and talked about it. Bastiodon and Magikarp's a magical Pokemon. And Sableye's going for the recover. Going to try to stay alive as much as possible. We get to see what Salamence is up to. Tyrantrum has the Ice Fang. Ice Fang's hitting the Salamence. Critical hit. Had to have been a crit to get through all of those attack drops. I don't think it mattered because Aurorus did have the Focus Sash. And it does matter on the Sableye because Sableye wouldn't have been KO'd if Salamence was still on the field because of split damage. But there we go. Finally breaking down the opponent's team. I'm happy. Mono Dinosaur, Rock, Fossil Things doing the work. And against just a hard... Like, Alexander's team had as much hate as Rachel's did. Like, when you look at the Ice Fangs, that's 4 Pokemon. But at the same time, you had so many Intimidate, a lot of burn throughout on the Prankster, and Toxicroak with the Drain Punch just kind of breaking everything. It's a weird balanced battle. Like, it was balanced and unbalanced at the same time. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys get ready for some more Fan Fridays.